Matt, I don't even know why you're in my car. You're not even gonna see the movie.
Oh, it's nice to have you back, Matt.
Thanks.
Yeah. You're not seeing the movie,
Do you feel pretty chill?
Fuck. I do. But no, this movie looks like shit. Sorry. What's the movie?
We're seeing The Shallows. It's about a woman that I guess got her arm or leg bitten off by a shark and she stranded on a rock. There's not much to talk about.
Oh.
If you want to see a movie about anal penetration, go see The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, he just saw The Conjuring 2 and he could relate to every rapist looking dude in there because look at him. Okay, Derek, I think...
Okay.
No, I think,
Talk about the movie!
yeah, we gotta talk about the movie, even though I know nothing
I
about
don't know
it.
anything about this movie. I
heard it's a pretty
What is it?
decent thriller. I heard it's a pretty decent
I
thriller.
didn't know existed until you started talking about it.
What
Yeah.
movie is it?
The Shallows. We said it like 3 times.
Yeah, we have like 2 more minutes, so I think we should just buy our tickets and hope the movie's alright.
Yeah, pretty much. I just hope it's entertaining, hope it's good, and
Because this was the only time I could work, so I wouldn't be late for my other job.
yeah.
Sorry, Free State of Jones. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
I mean, are you gonna review it? Probably
No.
not. Okay, then bye, Matt.
Well, I mean, I'm here for the pre-review.
I know, that doesn't fucking matter.
And you didn't even say anything. Nice parking, Matt.
Fuck off.
Are you ready to get wet, Dr. Nancy?
The Shallows. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna be blunt. Your enjoyment of this movie completely depends on your interest in seeing a movie that's really, really self-contained. Like it's in pretty much one place and just not a lot happening. If you're into that kind of thriller, this is a movie for you. And I walked away actually really liking this movie,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Like, I thought it was just gonna be like very mediocre, very below average, but to be honest, I actually found some enjoyment in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect movie. It's a little rough around the edges, like I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's no Jaws, don't get me wrong.
Which I shit you not, this movie does rip off Jaws a little bit in the cinematography. Just, you know, the camera shot of, you know, possibly the shark, or, you know, just the underwater shot of looking up. I mean, a lot of movies do that, but I mean, Jaws, that's a Jaws shot.
Pretty much.
So you can't get away with using that, even though, oh, you're just saying that because it's a movie of sharks. No, I mean, like, cinematography wise, it was Jaws.
You could argue that, yeah.
But speaking of the cinematography, this movie is shot beautifully. Like, that's something I can really compliment. And I love seeing beautiful water in movies and video games. Like, nothing, like, makes me wow.
Yeah, especially the water. Until it turned red from all the dead bodies, but
And the dead whale.
yeah, the dead whale too. You know, there's one guy that like gets half his body like, eaten off, and he's like crawling out of the sand, and then like for some reason the kid doesn't find it or something like near the end.
I think they found that body near the end of the movie. I mean, it's not a spoil. There's really nothing to spoil in this movie. I mean,
Like, yeah, there really isn't.
another compliment I can give this movie, it proves that the ocean can go fuck itself. It's nothing but hell. And this is like personal character time talking. My vacation in Hawaii when I was a freshman, I thought it'd be a good idea to go surfing, and I got way pulled out, like with into the sea, far away from everyone, and the water was really strong, so I couldn't, you know, swim back. And like my paranoia, just I felt like there was sharks circling me, and it was like one of the most horrifying experiences of my life. The ocean is nothing but death. And if you go surfing like on a secret beach, you're going to fucking die. Was this movie based off of a true story?
I don't think so.
I wonder if it is, but because I mean the main character's name is Nancy. I heard that it was, but I haven't heard for truth if it was, and I haven't looked it up. fucking Nancy. She's not bad to look at.
I know there's a lot of shots of like her body, especially in the beginning of the movie.
It's like Michael Bay, Megan Fox pony shots. I'm not
Okay.
even kidding.
Okay, well, there's a difference. This movie, she's at least on a beach. It kind of makes sense. The Megan Fox scene in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just came out of nowhere.
It doesn't change the fact that you can tell the director is just beating himself off to every shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, she was fine. She was a good actor. I've never seen her in anything. I don't even
think so
know.
either. I don't even know her name, the
Yeah.
actress. So
But you did good.
Yeah.
But she's really the only character to talk about in this movie because I mean, everyone else. I mean, their role is teeny tiny.
yeah,
She really pushes this movie forward.
she definitely carried this film throughout.
Mhm.
In my opinion.
And I praised the cinematography and like just the visuals in this movie, but there are times where it just looks really fake, particularly with the shark near the end of the movie
Yeah.
and the dolphins. And I shit you not, it looked like something out of sci-fi. It was just
True.
It was just CGI bullshit.
I mean, dolphins weren't too bad because it was only like a minute or two, but
Yeah, and they were colorful. Like they were like their colors were exaggerated, so it looked natural with the water, kind of. But I mean, near the end of the movie, it looked like Sharknado.
Yeah.
Like it just looked like someone was about to jump with like a chainsaw in their arm through the shark.
I'm glad I've only seen the first one of Sharknado.
They're making a fourth.
Of course they are.
It's called The Fourth Awakens.
No, it's not.
It is. And
Oh my god.
if you want to see us review The Fourth Awakens, then like, comment, and subscribe. But I mean, other than that, this movie is gorgeous. It's just pleasant to look at.
I also like the soundtrack. That was pretty nice.
I mean, really, the only thing to spoil, and if you didn't know, I mean, it's gonna have a happy ending.
Yeah.
The shark dies and then she gets saved. That's literally like the only spoiler. So I'm not gonna bother putting a spoiler section in this video. But in the beginning, she's getting driven to this secret beach, and that's one of the problems with this movie. It's very predictable, especially in my case, because
Yeah.
I have taken very precautious steps to know that I will never die at sea. I know what not to do, and she does just that. And some of those things lead to very predictable things in my case. But at the beginning of the movie, her driver is the one that ends up rescuing her, and I saw that coming within like 5 minutes.
Right. I mean, it wasn't going to be the fat Mexican
that tried to rob her.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like an unintentional funny moment, but it worked for the movie. It was
Yeah.
weird. Like I laughed, like we both laughed, but like it felt right and it didn't feel unintentional, but at the same time it was clearly unintentional. Getting back to the predictableness, it was really neat though to see this movie explore like what can happen besides just being attacked by a shark. Like I even told Tarek throughout the film, I'm like, she's gonna fucking chafe. Like she was wrapping her wound and like you see the brutality of trying to stitch yourself without that, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
I didn't know this movie was rated R. I mean, it had to have been, right? Because
I don't even know what it was rated. Holy shit. We didn't even, I mean, we knew nothing about this movie when
Yeah.
we came in, and it was a good movie.
Yeah.
But you see the brutality. She's taking her earrings and she's like stitching herself because she's like a medical student.
Oh yeah, she's going to med school.
Dr. Nancy.
Dr. Nancy.
It's such a brutal scene because she's in pain. You see her in pain, and it feels legitimate. It feels believable, and I praise her acting on that. She's timing the shark to see, how far away from this big carcass of a whale.
Yeah, that's just like dead and in the middle of the ocean.
And it's a very like disgusting scene when she's holding on to like this carcass for survival.
Yeah, and you can see like her fingernails digging
like dig into the whale. Like, ugh.
Yeah. See all the blood. Like, yeah, this movie was pretty bloody.
Like this movie made me cringe more than some of the movies I've seen, and I've seen like some shit. Like I've seen Begotten, I've seen a Serbian film, and very recently, like I even rewatched Cannibal Holocaust because I wanted to do like a list of just the disturbing shit I've seen, and this movie made me cringe more than those.
Dang.
Like I would have never thought, and I feel like this is a really nice way to do horror. Just keep it small, but like make it effective, and this movie makes it effective. But going back to what I said about like the predictableness, she wraps her wound in like, you know, her swimming gear, and then she gets into the water, and right away I'm like, oh shit, don't do that. You're gonna fucking chafe. I've seen Shark Week. You're gonna chafe, and then you see like the cloudy blood in the water, and the movie never directly says it, but she's definitely chafing. And then you see her lips like really, really, really gray and chapped, and I'm like, she's dehydrated.
Yeah.
And she did the one thing, like, to get herself attacked that I'm like, you kind of deserve that. After a shark knocks you off of your board, don't get back on the fucking board, because it's definitely going to attack the board. Like, I love sharks. I know how sharks behave. You fucked up there.
Remember when she like ate the crab, and like she ate the shell too? Like,
Yeah, like that was strike two for her. I'm like, she kills this crab, but she like eats it like with the shell intact, and she spits it out like it's the grossest thing. I'm like, you're supposed to take the meat out, dude.
I don't know.
You don't go to Red Lobster and just chomp on a crab leg with the shell. You crack the leg. Obviously they're bigger, but it's the same concept. Even the bird was like picking the meat off of it. It's like, how is a bird gonna be smarter than you?
Yeah,
But no, she was really clever. She found a clever way to kill the shark. She's on this buoy, and it's tilting back and forth. The shark's trying to knock it off, and she uses like the barbs, like at the bottom of the ocean, to like lure the shark and then impale it. And I thought that was really clever.
Mhm.
Looked fake as hell, but
it did, but I mean, I don't think this movie had a big budget. So.
yeah, and it didn't need to. It worked. Like, it worked. I talk about, you know, scenes looking fake, but honestly, there really wouldn't have been a believable way to make this movie, and I think they did the best with what they could. Like, the movie spends, like, this time at the beginning, you know, it's this cheesy little surfers movie montage, you know, shaka bra. And, like, it felt like watching a completely different movie, right?
Yeah, like when the
the-
surfer montage and the hit music was playing. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
But, I mean, the beginning didn't last too long, and I liked how, at the very, very beginning, the kid finds the GoPro helmet,
Mhm.
and, you know, that kind of, like, ties back into the end when he's the one that, like, helps her, you know, survive by, like, bringing back the driver to save her.
Which was obviously the guy in the beginning.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, and then he's seeing the camera, and it's, like, at the very beginning, it's an intense scene, because you see the dude, like, from his perspective, and the shark just gobbles him, and just that subtle horror works so much better than I think fucking The Darkness, of course, but any
Okay.
horror movie this year, I feel like this might be scarier. Tarek recently just saw The Conjuring 2, like, I think today.
Yeah, The Conjuring 2.
I mean, you probably weren't scared at The Conjuring 2 because you were with Matt.
True, Matt. It was just Matt and I, and while Matt, he was kind of joking around a lot, so made the movie become less serious. But I don't know. It's pretty close in terms of how scary both films are.
And that leads me to another thought. This has nothing to do with the movie. This is just my personal plea to audience members. Shut the fuck up. Like, sometimes we talk, but, like, we don't talk, like, loudly or, like, disruptively. We were sitting, like,
Yeah, like we're
a
always
good 10 seats away from kids, and they were, like, loud and obnoxious, but luckily it didn't impede my enjoyment of the movie like I thought it would. The movie kind of spends a little bit of time setting up, you know, why she's at this beach. It was for her mom, and she's, like, you know, FaceTiming or, you know, video chatting with her dad and her sister, and the dad's like, you're doing this for her, aren't you? And she's like, who else would I be doing it for? And, you know, implying the mom's dead and everything, but the movie never touches that again until the end, where she's, like, hallucinating, and you see her mom, and she's like, I'm okay. But, I wanted to know what happened to her mom a little bit.
True. They could have touched upon that a little more.
And the very last scene did not need to be in the movie. It made it very funny. Like, it didn't need to be. It could have ended with her, you know, lying on the beach, you know, recovering. But, like, the movie just jumps 1 year later, and
She's like with her sister and with her dad, and
they're
go
back
out
at the
surf.
beach.
Yeah.
She's
I
like-
mean, the film wanted to have like a little happy ending.
I know, but that led me to a question I had, and it's not really a nitpick, but she said that she was on the buoy on April 23rd, 2016. So 1 year later, if it's based on a true story, has not happened yet. But at least she got wet, Dr. Nancy. So with that being said, what are you going to give this movie out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'm going to give it an 8.
All right.
I was contemplating a 9, but I mean, there are moments that really don't need to be in this movie. It's a short movie, but they just kind of bloated a little bit. So with that, our consensus is 8.5 out of 10. Wait, no. Let's try that again.
Okay.
So with a consensus of 7.5 out of 10, this movie is a Redbox rental. And I'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.